7. And this has developed into such a terrific rivalry. These two clubs do not particularly like each other, so they would love to spoil the party, so to speak. You know, the Knicks would like to prevent the Bulls from winning number 70. Certainly from the other end of the spectrum, the Bulls would like to see the Knicks drop to the number 4 seed. The Bulls win tonight. It's all in the hands of Atlanta tomorrow. Hook shot by Luke Longley. And the Bulls lead 89-87 as we come up on 6 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter.
Well, there's been some question of whether the Bulls would like to see them at that 4th spot or have to battle it out with a possible 2-3 matchup with the Miami Heat, which would be quite a physical battle. But right now, I think the Chicago Bulls are more worried about their team right now and getting their key players, Kukoc and Rodman, back and ready for the playoffs. And Jeff Van Gundy is very much concerned with his team because he just does not know from night to night. Allen Houston out with 5.
Allen Houston with 19 of his 23 points in the second half. Picked up that 5th foul. And Chris Childs has checked back in. Michael Jordan sitting it out. Pippen's pass broken up. On the turnover, here comes Starks against the backpedaling Brown. He fires it up for 3. And the Knicks have taken a 1-point lead, 90-89. John Starks with the pull-up 3. Ward got a piece of it. Pulled by Spike Lee, the man in orange. Spike Lee also hearing the boos from the crowd.
Well, this was all set up off the Pippen turnover in that deep post position. Got himself caught in the air as John Starks, playing with a great deal of emotion as he did night in and night out, as Spike Lee has made it all the way out to the Windy City.
In New York, Nick, orange and blue. Michael Jordan back on the floor, getting the screen from Longley. Jordan and Kerr at the guards. Pippen, Longley, Caffey up front. 24-second violation.
And you can see the concentration level right now. The Bulls, nobody on the floor aware of what the shot clock situation is. And Phil Jackson just looking in disbelief at his ball club out on the floor right now.
Timeout situation. Knicks have 4 left and a 20. Bulls with 2 and a 20 off the turnover. Jordan on the turnover, foul. Michael with that deceptive move on the dribble. It's one of the rare times today that he's taken it to the basket.
Well, the turnover by Chris Childs, as really Patrick Ewing, I thought, had an opportunity to come from behind to try to flick that ball away from Michael Jordan. But Michael putting on a little burst of speed there, getting into the lane as he has taken his hits, his lumps, anytime he has been in that basket area, or anytime for that matter. The Knicks have been very physical with him.
And they have been calling the fouls. Jordan is playing with 4. He's only 4 of 7 at the line. Make it 4 of 8 at the line. The game tied at 90. And a timeout called by the Knicks. It is a 20-second timeout. Well, looking ahead tomorrow, the final day of the NBA regular season will get underway right here on NBC at 3 o'clock Eastern Time with NBA Showtime. Then most of you will see Shaquille O'Neal and the hot Los Angeles Lakers going up against Kenny Anderson and the Portland Trailblazers. Others will see the Bullets and the Cavaliers in a showdown to make the playoffs, or Houston and the San Antonio Spurs. Check your local listings for the game in your area. And a programming note, tomorrow's Washington-Cleveland game will be seen here in Chicago, in the upper Midwest, the Cleveland area, and the Baltimore-Washington region. Quite a race in the Western Conference. The importance of tomorrow's games, the Pacific Division winner will be the number 2 seed. If the Lakers win tomorrow, they clinch the 2nd seed because they've beaten Seattle head-to-head 3-1. And Houston can clinch the 3rd seed with a win tomorrow. The Rockets have beaten Seattle and LA 3-1. Utah, of course, clinched home court throughout of the West with that 62-18 record. Patrick Ewing rebounded by Scottie Pippen. And Washington and Cleveland are playing to make the playoffs. They are tied for that 8th and final seed in the East. It's called out of bounds, so the ball back to the Knicks.
Well, both teams playing with playoff defensive intensity, putting pressure on the ball, challenging every pass and every catch and every shot.
Coming up on 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Knicks have outscored the Bulls 20-13 here in the fourth. Ewing. Intercepted by Jordan. The pass intended for Starks. Kerr for three.